Hey y'all, Florida Fishing TV back again. Today I'm going to be talking about flipping and pitching. So first I'm going to talk about where you want to where you're going to want to flip and pitch. This is mainly for big bass. Usually you don't want to aim for catching a whole bunch bass, like 50 or 60 of them. Exaggeration. You mostly just want to focus on catching a big fish to help you win your tournament. Out on Lake Jackson, there's plenty of mats on there. Since I live in Florida, our mats are pretty thick. There's more vegetation. I usually use a 5/0 to a 4/0, 4/0 to 5/0 hook, flipping hook, a trocar. They're pretty dang sharp. Polymer knot. I usually don't tie polymer knots with fluorocarbon or mono. I usually do that with braid because it doesn't slip. But I just didn't feel like losing anything. But I mean, a polymer knot on a mono is pretty dang strong. I usually use pegs, or they call them bobber stoppers, but I didn't have any, so I gotta buy some more, which I live an hour away from Bass Pro. Oop, there goes my rod. So I just tied a FG knot about a foot so my weight isn't slipping all the way up there. I would have tied it shorter, but I mean, the bass would or the fish would probably see it. I've caught warmouth slipping too. Just out in front of the dock. I used a little lizard on a flipping rig because I'd never done it before. I wanted to see if it worked, and it did. So I'm gonna talk about the colors. Missile baits. I think this is D-bomb. Yeah, Bruiser Flash, I believe. And two of my bags I've lost. Caught so many fish flipping. Wow. A little black and blue, as you can see that. I mean, yeah, got some red, purple, green flake or sparkles in there. So, sorry y'all can't see this. I still gotta get a new camera. But yeah, black and blue, good color for stained water, dirty water, muddy water, all the same thing. I'm gonna show you how to put that on real quick. So you see this little flipping hook? See that little knot right there? That little notch, it's called a bait keeper. Get your hook, stick it on right there, and that's where you want to stick that. Poke it through, pull it through, just like that, and push it above that bait keeper, almost past that knot, but not past the knot. So there's that little notch. You can see it. Low quality camera, stupid phone, not my fault. You're going to want to poke it through. Whenever you're fishing heavy stuff, don't poke it through all the way. This is a very thin bait, so it's pretty hard to do that. But yeah, just like that. And I don't usually use regular lead. I use tungsten and a black color, or that green pumpkin tungsten, but it's too expensive. So I just use this little thing for now. And if you're fishing heavy stuff, you're going to want to use a heavier weight than this, like a 1/2 ounce or 3/4 ounce or 1/4 ounce, something like that. But heard a noise. But yeah, I'm not so hypergenic because it's pretty late. I just felt like sharing this with y'all. But that's how I put on it. Oh god, I screwed that bait up. But I got this D-bomb at Dick's Sporting Goods for $5. I believe there was 8. No, there was 6. Never mind. I got 7 in mine for some reason. 6, 7, 8, whatever. Well, $5 for this little bag. A little pricey. Depends on what kind of person you are. Next, we got a watermelon red flake. Lake Jackson. They love these things. Lake Jackson. It's like a teaish color water, like Lake Okeechobee. You can use a regular hook, a little offset gap hook. And if you want to flip it, you do the same thing. I can probably go ahead and show y'all. Actually, no, I can't. This bait has already been used plenty of times because there is a rip right down the middle, right here. I can't show you. Dang it. This is a watermelon red flake. This is a great color for ponds, lakes. You should try it in the ocean. I should really try that and try the ocean. I'm sorry about my glasses, y'all. I mean, yeah, they were expensive, so that glare stuff that my mom usually makes them put on there, too expensive. So yeah, I got this in my Mr. Tackle box. It's called a swimming crawl, and it's in tilapia color. It's like a green pumpkin candy color. Pretty cool. It's got little arms that kick it like this. But yeah, it's hollow too, and it's salty. Ooh, I can smell the salt. So I just barely stick it on there. Since this is a big hook, I don't think it's gonna fit all the way. So I'm just gonna barely. Oh, I need a different one. I use like more than half of these baits. Oh, here's a good salty one. My mouth is watering because I can taste the salt on it. So I just come up on here. I wouldn't recommend using a fluorocarbon leader like I did. I would just suggest going straight 60, 50, 65, 50 pound braid with the bobber stop on it. And yeah. Alright, so since where I fish there's not that heavy cover, but it's still pretty heavy, I'm just barely gonna poke out the edge of that hook. You cannot see it because my camera sucks, but there you can, right there, little needle point. I can't even see it. That's not even out. There we go. See how it's at right there? Yep. I'll stick it back in. I'm pretty sure you saw. And boom, there's your flipping. So this is mainly how to catch your big bass, not so much your small ones, but you will catch small ones, mostly whenever they spawn, because them big girls, when they come in, game over. You can win that tournament as long as you got some spots. And also, I got green pumpkin. There's a bug on my finger. I don't know the name of this. I think it's just a creature bait. It's like it's not a brush hog. It looks like one, but oh my god, is that a brush hog? See, it looks like a brush hog, but then again it don't. Tell me what this is. I think it's just a brush hog with some curly tails on it. I got brush hogs that just straight tails. I guess it is a brush hog. I've never flipped a brush hog, but I'll get a baby brush hog and do it. It's just your regular little size, and since this is a bigger bait, I'm gonna stick it more through. So about to the bend of the hook. Stick it through past that bait keeper, and then stick your hook like this. Where that bottom, where as soon as it bends on that shank, put it through right there. Just like that. Maybe a little too much. Just like that. Boom. That's how you catch a 10-pounder right there. You flip a brush hog. But this was by, I think I got this $3 for a pack of 6, pack of 8. Oh my god, I'm so tired right now. Pack of bait, young, made in the USA, Merca. And but yeah, it says this guy won 1 Bassmasters Elite Series and 2 FLW. Ooh, got lightheaded. 2 FLW championships with this little bait right here. So I think I'm gonna hang on to these. And his name was Jason Christie. That's a weird name. Yeah, he's a BASS champion and a FLW champion. How about that? Yeah, how about that? And I also, like a little shaky head with a little weed guard on it. I got a 3-inch river bug. This is in watermelon red flake. Dude, if I use this in my, I've used this in my creek, I caught like probably 5 or 6 warmouths in like 15 minutes. I mean, 15 minutes, 5 or 6 warmouths. They were all pretty big size. I mean, they were bigger than my hand. They were all pretty good slabs. But, you know, jig it on along like that on the ground. I just dragged it across. Dude, bass love it. I mean, or fish loved it. I mean, I caught like 2 bass, 5 or 6 warmouths on this little thing. Little bass about that long. I mean, you know, they weren't big. They were big for my creek, but I mean, they weren't big if they were in a lake. I could tell you that right now. Well, I mean, this is a long video. You know, I figured this would help y'all out a little. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If it didn't, I apologize. If you want me to make any videos, I'm sorry I haven't been able to get that Shiner video out yet. It's been raining for God knows how